Well, it is time for our weekly health and fitness discussion. Today, we're talking about strengthening our immune systems in winter. We're joined by resident dietitian Mayuri Bhawan, fresh from her travels, so she's looking and feeling wonderful.
Yes, how are you?
I'm great, thanks, and lovely to see you again, May.
Yes.
So we're talking about immune system boosters and how to just keep it healthy.
Yes.
From a nutrition and diet point of view, how do we do this?
So I think, a lot of people out there think that having to just supplement with a multivitamin or a vitamin C supplement just will cure or not getting them to get flu, and that is a myth. And it is something that we need to just focus on, saying that while vitamin C is a really important immune boost or plays an important immune boosting role, having research has shown that just supplementing with vitamin C doesn't actually help you prevent getting colds and flus. And research has shown in some cases, not all, that vitamin C sort of in its isolated strategy can help reduce the duration of the illness as opposed to protecting you from it.
So you might not get as sick as you could be, but you still stand a chance of getting sick.
So I think, again, we really have to look at going back to saying it's what you eat and not necessarily what you supplement. So you can't expect having to eat poorly, taking a supplement, and then having your immune system still be highly effective.
So what are the things we need to be including in terms of natural things? I'm assuming there's a lot of those
things. So there's
so
many things that we can start sort of being a bit more conscious of adding now this winter. And one of the things is ginger. Ginger has such great anti-inflammatory properties. So really start cooking with that, or just adding it into our herbal teas maybe. Looking at garlic. So garlic actually helps in terms of its immune boosting effects, and it has an active ingredient called allicin. And allicin is what obviously has the antibacterial, antiviral properties as well. So it's something that we need to start also adding into our stir fries. But the top tip is actually having to add it just before serving, so towards end of cooking, because if you're adding it sort of earlier in your cooking process, it does become inactivated or deactivated, which means that you're not getting that properties.
Okay, so just make sure that you're sleeping next to somebody who really loves you as well, I suppose, in that time. So
or eat parsley.
Or eat parsley as well. So May, I mean, we have to look at also in terms of vegetables and, meat and things like that. And we know, that certain things are sort of weaken the system as well. What are the things that might weaken your system that you should avoid as well?
So it's looking at foods that are not really nourishing you with good immune boosting or micronutrient properties. So things like refined sugars and carbs, really that's not going to give you any benefit. So really focus on also looking at supplementing with zinc, but again, start eating the food as opposed to looking at just pills. So zinc is a great supplement that you can, or sort of food option that you can start including, such as your fish, seafood. It comes in the form of pumpkin and pumpkin seeds and baked beans. So really including that into your diet, making sure we are still including vitamin C foods, which is obviously, your oranges and your guavas.
Strawberries,
and
your chili as well, right? Chili is so good for...
And peppers, red peppers are really good.
So you've got a good excuse to chuck in that chili in winter.
So having to look at adding that, and then also keeping well hydrated. People slack on water.
And not just coffees and hot chocolates, right?
So looking at, again, drinking more but herbal tea, and then set reminders if you find that you forget, and getting enough sleep. Often enough, we are always on the go and we're not actually resting. So making sure we're getting enough sleep, and then also
still get some exercise in.
Exercise.
What do they say? Summer bodies are made in winter.
Yes.
Okay. So
and then also looking at making sure we're not sitting on top of that heater and getting fresh air, because I think germs obviously do breed in small enclosed environments. So making sure we're getting out there, and also echinacea is also a great herbal.
Echinacea,
is something that we can start taking in conjunction with having to eat a very nourishing diet. So make sure that you're adding food items that do contain zinc, selenium, vitamin A, vitamin D, your B vitamins. And again, you'll find that in your whole grains and your proteins.
So now I'm going to ask you, can I eat extra dark chocolate? It's supposed to have, what is it? What are those things?
Cacao.
Yeah.
You can.
Antioxidants.
Yes,
that's the word I'm trying to think
you
of.
can,
So
you
can have a
do
little
that,
extra in winter.
but you will still have to stick to your portions.
Oh, okay, she's such a slave driver, this one. Okay, well, that's great. So you can get everything you need from your food, avoid certain things, and as tempting as it is to have that extra hot chocolate.
And I think also when you are feeling sick, we often just want to eat comfort food, but I think really then pack in the soups, because again you can really get all your nutrients.
And that glass of red wine, as tempting as it is, and as many antioxidants as it has.
Definitely.
Just stick to the one, I suppose, if you can. Okay, well, she's not advocating that. I am. Don't want her to be in trouble. Okay, thanks very much for that. And remember, it's not just popping a vitamin C capsule or pill. It's not going to be enough. You can get everything you need from your food and just adding some very tasty things to it as well. Still to